Good morning and welcome back to Rise and Shine for our last episode of the semester. I'm Claire Hartunian.
And I'm McCrae Lilly. We are so glad that you've joined us this semester for Rise and Shine, and we pinky promise we'll make this last one count.
Before heading home for Thanksgiving break, we're going to fill you in on the Dancing Tar Heels, some food resources in the Triangle, and some upcoming holiday events. But first, let's take a look outside.
You know, we've had such great fall weather for the past week, so I'm a little bit bummed that it's cloudy this morning, but hopefully we'll hear a bit more about the weather later in the show.
I know it has been beautiful, and luckily I'm headed back home to San Diego today for Thanksgiving break, so I'm looking forward to warmer weather for the rest of the week. Our meteorologist, Wayne Johnson, will fill us in on the weather later in the show. When I get home tonight, I will also be tuning in to Dancing with the Stars. The finale is tonight, and I'm hoping that Robert Irwin takes home that Mirrorball trophy.
Yeah, it's a great way to kick off Thanksgiving break. I know I haven't been keeping up with this season, but I'm still hoping that Alex Earle will win. I've seen a couple of her videos on my For You page, so we'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, she's great too. And last show we talked about UNC's version of Dancing with the Stars and saw a sneak peek of rehearsals. The UNC Ballroom Dance team hosted the Dancing Tar Heels event 2 Saturdays ago.
Over 190 people attended the competition, which featured strong performances by the campus celebrities and the Great Hall and the Student Union. Amelia Sexton won the competition, dancing the jive to Runaway Baby by Bruno Mars with her partner Evan Zhu. Amelia is a UNC rugby player and the Student Life and Leadership social media coordinator.
And Amelia didn't even perform live. She was injured playing rugby and was at the event on crutches. So the organizers followed the Dancing with the Stars injury rule and played the video of their last rehearsal during their performance time. And clearly that video worked. Amelia and Evan were the only pair to receive all 10s from the judges, and the audience also voted with a Google form, and she won the most crowd votes.
I'm like stunned because I'm currently injured, and so they just showed a video of our final dance that we managed to take before I got injured. So I wasn't expecting it at all. So yeah.
Yeah, might be a little bit controversial, but I think we were the best out there.
Well, Olympic rugby player Alona Mar was the runner-up on the last season of Dancing with the Stars. So it seems that Amelia here is continuing that legacy. And now joining us in the studio, Champ Lyerly is bringing us his winter reads before we head into December. Champ?
Thanks, McCrae. Now, as the days get shorter and the air gets colder, it's the perfect time to curl up with a good book and stay warm. I'm here to share a few of my favorite winter reads, books that really capture the cozy and hopefully snowy vibe of the season. Now, when I think of winter reading, I think of books that make you want to wrap yourself in a blanket, sip something hot, and really get lost in a story. Here are a few I've been loving lately. Now, first up is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. Now, I picked this one because it's not just a classic. It's one of those books people still talk about decades later. So many readers talk about the characters stepping through the wardrobe, feeling as if though themselves are stepping into winter. Now, Lucy has always been one of my favorite characters, and her curiosity and courage set the tone for the whole story. With snow-covered Narnia and all the magic and adventure, it's the perfect read as the weather gets colder. Now, next is The Snow Child by Owen Ivy. I chose this book because people who love meaningful winter stories swear this book stays with you long after you finish it. And although I really haven't read it myself, it's the top of my list. There's a blend of magic and real emotion that really pulls you in. If you want something that feels both enchanting and deeply human, this is the perfect winter read for you. And finally, Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I picked this book because it's a comfort read for so many people, including myself, especially around the holidays. You know, the March Sisters feels like characters you grow up with, and Jo has always been a favorite of mine. With her independence and big personality, I go back to this book every winter because it feels like wrapping yourself in a blanket. With its cozy family moments and heartfelt themes, it really is the perfect book to enjoy with a hot chocolate in hand. Now, here's a bit of some local bookstores in the area. If you're looking for more winter reading picks, I got some insider tips from Sadie Smith, who works at a local bookstore here in Chapel Hill. She tells me that this season, readers at Flyleaf and Epilogue are really leaning toward cozy fiction, mystery, and heartfelt stories, books that help you really slow down and get lost in a story. Now, all the books that I mentioned here, there really are some good books, some good reads to get into this winter and make it part of your winter reading routine this season. You can find all these titles I mentioned at local bookstores or libraries. I'm Champ Lyerly, and happy reading. Now, Wayne, how's the weather for all of these winter reads looking? Are we curled up with a book anytime here soon?
Well, Champ, today, not exactly feeling like winter just yet. We're already at 50 degrees. As we head into the afternoon, later into today, it's going to be pushing about 70. But now, that cloud cover that McCray mentioned is going to lead way to some showers later today, especially up and down the East Coast and into the day tomorrow. So if you're traveling home for Thanksgiving, like me, you just might want to be aware of that. It shouldn't cause any massive travel delays, but there is a chance for an isolated thunderstorm with that, so be aware. And if you're heading into the upper Midwest, we are expecting some pretty heavy snow, so those may cause some more greater impacts to your travel, but for Thanksgiving Day Thursday, we're expecting clear weather. And this is kind of the rainmaker system we're looking at. So tonight into tomorrow, this system's going to pull through across the East Coast, bring us rain. It should be more shower-like. It shouldn't be pretty consistent heavy downpours, fortunately for us. And then this snow system up here is going to bring massive effects, particularly to Michigan and then upstate New York as we head into the latter portion of the week. So Thanksgiving Day, though, it's going to be a little cooler. That rain's going to usher in cooler air behind it. So we're only going to be in about the 50s here in Chapel Hill, a lot chillier than what we've been seeing, and more of that winter-like weather Champ was talking about earlier. Now, looking at the 5-day forecast, Tuesday and Wednesday, it's going to be warmer. We're going to see highs in the 70s here in Chapel Hill, but that rain's going to bring in cooler weather as we head into Thanksgiving and the following weekend. So in the 50s for Thanksgiving, Friday, and then into Saturday in game day at Carter Finley. I'm going to be there wearing red, go Pack, but it's going to be pretty chilly and cloudy for game day if you are heading there. Now back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks for that report, Wayne. It's almost Thanksgiving break, and students celebrated with the Carolina community last Thursday at Ramsgiving.
The Ramsgiving feast has become a yearly tradition for the Carolina community. From cornbread stuffing to green bean casserole, Thanksgiving foods filled every station at Chase Dining Hall while at the event. And while at the event, students also had a chance to give back to the community by preparing bagged lunches for local North Carolinians in need.
If you've been to Ramsgiving, you know how hectic it can be. We had the chance to interview a first-time Ramsgiving attendee before and after the event.
So I don't really know anything about Ramsgiving, but I'm really excited to see what kind of food they offer and also just have a good time with my friends. So yeah. Okay, Ramsgiving was crazy. The vibes were great. The food is better than I expected, honestly. And I mean, we're going home for Thanksgiving soon, but it kind of felt like family when we were here. So it was really nice. I really enjoyed it.
Last year, over 2,345 students were served. While we don't have the numbers for this year yet, there is no doubt the Carolina students showed out.
Now, Claire, have you been to Ramsgiving before?
I actually did go last year, and I was in that big number. Yes,
Yeah.
it was pretty crazy, but some good food.
Yeah, it can get a bit overstimulating, but it's nice to see all the students in one place together.
Yes.
Now, if you were in the pit last week, Carolina Cupboard had a treat for the most important meal of the day. On Tuesday, Carolina Cupboard hosted Pancakes in the Pit, a sweet fundraiser to support the organization's food pantry in Sasby North. Students stopped by to purchase 1 or 2 pancakes for $3 to $5. All proceeds were donated to the food pantry, which has seen a surge in visitors lately. President of Carolina Cupboard, Megan Conroy, says the increase in visits these past 2 months is related to the government shutdown and suspension of SNAP benefits. The holiday season is also a prime time for giving, and donations are keeping up with the pantry's demand.
I'm glad the Cupboard is receiving a lot of donations right before the holidays, and it looks like the Cupboard has some great options this week.
Groups like Porch Table, the Interfaith Council Community Kitchen, and Carolina Cupboard all offer food services, ranging from markets to meals. Porch enrolls families for monthly food markets at their location on 202 South Greensboro Street in Carborough. Table delivers groceries and meals to families' doors weekly. The Interfaith Council Community Kitchen serves meals throughout the week at 110 West Main Street in Carborough. And here on campus, Carolina Cupboard offers food distribution throughout the week in Sasby North near the Carolina Housing Office. Each organization has donation links on their websites. You can also drop off non-perishable food items directly at their sites. Make sure to follow their guidelines on what to donate and what to avoid. After the temporary pause to SNAP benefits, these groups say every contribution helps support local families.
And as we approach the holiday season, we also approach final exams. So with a little over a week until exams start, we went and interviewed some students across campus to see how they are preparing to face it and ace their exams this final season. And I'd tell you that my favorite study spots too when it gets crowded. So I love to study in Davis Library. Also some coffee shops on Franklin is a great option.
Yeah. Are there any coffee shops that you specifically go to? Or
Carolina Coffee Shop is great for some breakfast and a little study time. Also Purple Bowl down the street on Franklin is a lovely spot. I really enjoy getting their bowls and avocado toast there.
Yeah.
A good spot to hide away during finals.
I always go to Stone and Leaf. It's just my favorite place on campus. It's really quick and easy.
That's amazing. And as we head into Thanksgiving break and final season, schoolwork is ramping up. But if you're looking for some stress relief, look no further than the Buck D Yoga Club on campus. Every Monday at 7 p.m., the Buck D Yoga Club holds a meditation session in room 3203 in the Carolina Union. The session starts with icebreakers and then moves into guided meditation, mantra meditation, and finally, musical meditation. At the end of the hour, the club has a veteran monk speak on different topics from relationships to finding your identity in college. And all of this is followed by vegan sweet treats. If you're not interested in meditation, the club also hosts a sustainable living picnic with Duke and NC State every semester, as well as guest speaker events throughout the year. Club president Shreya Donthredi started Bhakti Yoga 3 years ago as a freshman and has seen it grow into more than just yoga during her time at UNC.
Reminding ourselves that we're so much more than the stress and expectations and things placed upon us. We're actually inherently worthy.
The club loves to help new people explore their minds and spirits, whether you're an advanced yogi or just want to see what the club is about. If this sounds appealing, make sure to join them on Mondays at 7 in the Union.
It seems like as early as November 1st, neighborhoods began shifting into full holiday mode. Students in apartments and dorms and families across Chapel Hill have turned their windows into festive holiday displays. Across South Campus apartments and the historic homes near Franklin, decor ranges from budget-friendly Charlie Brown-style trees to more elaborate setups in family-concentrated neighborhoods like Gimgul Road.
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and the Christmas season is so much fun there with all the snow and the decorations and the lights down the streets. So I like to bring a lot of that spirit here to Chapel Hill. Though we don't have as much snow, we have this tree that looks a little bit snowy, so we like to, kind of spice up the festivities in the season.
For students decorating their apartments or dorms for the first time, some might worry about breaking the bank during the holiday season. Personally, I'm really hoping that it'll snow and we can at least make a snowman in the front yard for some extra holiday spirit. If you're looking for a study break this final season or just want an excuse to get off campus, the Durham Bulls have got you covered. Their Festival of Lights is about to turn the ballpark into one big winter wonderland. The lights officially switched on last Friday from 5:30 to 9 all weekend. And all weekend, thousands of twinkling lights will glow across the ballpark, all synchronized to festive holiday music. There's plenty of activities on the ballpark too. You can ride the NC by Train Holiday Express, roast s'mores with friends, and grab a decadent hot chocolate. Have oh what fun strolling through the displays and taking in the holiday magic.
She has been in awe of all the Christmas decorations, and so we thought she would just love to see all the lights and the stadium lit up.
The Festival of Lights will be officially open for the season every day of the week tomorrow through January 3rd, with the exception of Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Day. It's a perfect opportunity to take pictures with friends, celebrate getting through finals, or add just a little bit of holiday magic to reset your brain.
As temperatures start to drop, some students may be looking for a warm and reliable way to get to class. Our reporter, Jordan Houston, is live from the U to teach you how to get around campus using the Chapel Hill Transit System.
Now, the U isn't super busy currently because classes have already started, but typically it's at its busiest from 7 to 9 a.m. and from 4 to 7 p.m., according to Chapel Hill Transit. Now, between the U, the RU, and the N
U, the RU, and the NU are the 3 most popular bus lines around campus, but Chapel Hill has over 20 bus lines in service during the week. You can also visit the Chapel Hill Transit website for more information.
To reflect on the semester, we're taking a look at Chapel Hill through the eyes of someone experiencing it for the first time. Jacob Meyer is an international student from Frankfurt, Germany. Over the semester, he's experienced everything from late nights at Time Out to basketball games in the Dean Dome. His favorite part, however, isn't the place at all, it's the people. He's found community with other international students and made friends with Chapel Hill locals.
Definitely the school spirit culture, which is huge here and basically not existent in Germany, which I really enjoy because it just brings together all the people at the uni and creates this kind of uniformity, which I find very nice.
What I would give to experience my favorite parts of Chapel Hill for the first time again.
Food insecurity is continuing to affect both students and staff here on campus, but one student-led pantry is working hard to make sure no Tar Heel goes hungry. Our Jess Kimsey has the buzz.
Inside the Carolina Cupboard Pantry, all UNC students and staff can find everything from canned vegetables to frozen meals for free. The pantry leaders see struggles with food hardships daily. Head of the Hospitality Committee, Lily Yong, said that they see roughly 70 people a day come in and grab essentials.
It's one of those clubs where you can visually see the impact that you're making.
This fall, Carolina Cupboard found itself an unlikely partner, bees. President of the Carolina Beekeeping Club, Nathan Halsey, reached out about making a sweet deal.
I had never even heard of the Beekeeping Club, so it was really interesting to learn about a new club and to see that they'd be willing to, donate their funds to us.
The club maintains 3 hives and about 60,000 bees, producing over 200 pounds of honey this season, and all of it is going to help fight hunger on campus.
We hope to do over 1,000 pounds next year, so we're really excited to kind of scale the impact, and help as many students here on campus as possible.
With food insecurity and changes to SNAP benefits, the club decided to bottle and sell the honey to UNC students. All proceeds will go to Carolina Cupboard.
As bees pollinate, a third of the food we eat, we kind of just wanted to kind of copy their impact and say, hey, donate all the 100% of the funds to people that are facing food insecurity on campus.
Reporting from Chapel Hill, I'm Jess Kimsey, Carolina Week.
Carolina beekeepers sold their honey in the pit last Monday for a grand total of $5,700. They are currently working with the Carolina Cupboard on how to spend the money effectively.
I've actually been to one of the Beekeeping Club's hive tours. It was
Oh,
super
wow.
cool. Yeah, you got to wear the whole white suit and hold up the trays with the bees on it. So it's amazing to hear that they're not only supporting the bees, but also students as well.
That is amazing. Well, thank you everyone for so much for tuning into Rise and Shine for one last show this semester.
We are so thankful that you've chosen to spend your Tuesday mornings with us, and we look forward to seeing you again next semester. I'm McCrae Lilly.
And I'm Claire Artunian.